Let's talk a bit about the business of YouTube, specifically how you make money, etc. You probably know that there are two major revenue streams for YouTube: YouTube Red and YouTube and ad rates. Let's get the easy one out of the way. YouTube Red is basically anyone who subscribed to YouTube Red. YouTube takes all their watch time in minutes collectively, and however many minutes of watch time you have, you're given a fraction of that. So what I mean is, if there are, let's say, 20 million YouTube Red subscribers at, like, how much is it? $5 a month? I forget. So that's $100 million. And if they've watched 100 million minutes of YouTube, that's $1 each minute. And if 50,000 minutes of them are yours, you get $50,000. I don't know if that makes sense, but the point is, you make money proportional to the entire pool of the subscribers and what they're watching. Pretty much just a big fraction. That's fairly easy. So let's go to the tougher one, which is CPM. This is cost per mil. Mil as in M-I-L-L-E, or which is 1,000. So, metric system after all. The idea is, first of all, I've heard it said that CPM is volatile. Kind of. It is, but that said, if you know, you should, like, certain people will make higher CPMs than others at given times. So, if a certain Let's Player ever says, like, it doesn't matter if you say your CPM out in public, it still would, because if and I'm again making up numbers here, if I had $6 CPM on March 16th, 2017, and another Let's Player streamer had $16 CPM, I know that, and we both have the MCN or no MCN or something, I know whoever's doing our ad sales is giving them choicer ads, and therefore more revenue and higher CPM. That CPM can change the next day or whatever, but the point is still that person will be a pay grade above me, or 2, or 3, or 4. Why is that, and how does this all work? Well, okay, so let's say you're a company, and you want to advertise on YouTube. So the way this normally works is, obviously you give them a budget, which is just a cap. You say, I want to spend $1,000 on ad revenue. Okay. So basically what happens is there are these advertising pools, and you might say something like, I don't care where you advertise me. I just want to go somewhere. And YouTube says, okay, we'll sell you that at, again, making up numbers, $5 CPM, which means every 1,000 views of your ad, you pay us $5. Okay? Done. And we'll just keep doing that over and over. Just keep showing your ad, and at every 1,000, you get you give us $5 until you reach your budget cap. Done. The end. Now, let's say, though, you have a product coming out that you're really excited about, and YouTube's like, sorry, we already have all our ad slots filled out and everything. So you say, no, YouTube, I know this is going to make me a lot of money. I know even the target demographic, I know this is going to sell well for men in America aged 18 to 21 with this income range. I'm willing to pay more than $5 CPM. I might even be willing to pay you $10 CPM for that. So YouTube says, okay. And there's this sort of like auction-y system, but at any rate, we'll just keep it at our simple example. YouTube says, okay, here's what we'll do. We have their Google accounts. We have all their information. We have a good idea of who's 18 to 21 male in America and makes the salary range you specified. For $10 CPM, we'll make sure they specifically see your ads, okay? And then let's say Company B comes along and they say, no, we want that same demographic. We're also willing to pay $10 in CPM. And YouTube's like, fine. So maybe when a user in that demographic comes in, we'll show them ad A. Maybe we'll show them ad B randomly. But either way, we'll do it. And every time we show 1,000 to somebody, Company A pays us $10 up to their budget cap. Same for Company B. And there are auction elements to this where if, in our example, we have 2 companies in the pool, but let's just say YouTube's like, okay, we have all our ad slots filled. We just don't have room. Like, there's not enough people in the demographic viewing things. And Company C can come in and say, I'll pay $11 CPM just to make sure my ad bumps out somebody else. And then Company A can go, wait a minute, no, I'll pay $11.50 and things like that. So you can have people competing with CPMs. Not directly against each other, mind, but YouTube can say, if you want priority over other people's ads for this demographic, you have to give us a little more money, etc. So the reason this is volatile or why it would go down or whatever is because, of course, well, for one thing, the market, right? If the economy sucks and companies just have less money to pay on advertising, so they don't go for advertising, and then YouTube's in a position where they say, well, we need ads to fly, so, all right, we'll drop our CPM rate for that particular demographic to $9, or maybe even general goes down to $4 or $3, and it becomes like a market, moves up and down. Now, there are extra things like click-through rates, meaning that whenever you click an ad, the YouTube charges the company a little extra because they got a click-through, or it's known as engagement. If you want to help out a YouTuber, don't click their ads if you have no intention of buying the product. This is click fraud, and I'm going to tell you why it is actually a big deal. But if you really do want to help out, if you are genuinely interested in a product you see on a commercial for a YouTuber you like, maybe click through it, and maybe purchase the product that they're advertising, because YouTubers do get a cut of that, even if they don't know they do. I'm serious. It's not like anything's hidden behind your back. That's actually baked into the whole AdSense thing. You get a little more money if people click through, but if you get a full-on conversion, meaning someone buys whatever was advertised by Google, you get a slightly higher ad rate. Not like a crazy amount, but you know. So the problem is, like, you know, YouTube is very, very strict about click fraud. They say, in fact, if you're ever caught doing something like, hey, everybody, click my ads because it helps me get money and support the channel, they'll fucking they'll knock you out of the game. They'll just be like, no, you're not allowed to have ads anymore. You're done. So, what's up with that? Well, here's the thing. When YouTube Ad Sales is negotiating with a company, they want to say something like, look, we want to charge you a higher CPM because the demographic you want, maybe they have higher click-through rates. Maybe we find that people we sell these ad slots to, they tend to buy a little more, so we're willing to charge you a more premium space. So what happens is the company says, okay, we'll buy this ad space, we'll run it, and if they don't get the click-throughs that they're expecting, then they don't know, well, was there a problem with the ad that we ran? So they might spend some money on an ad company, and maybe they have a new ad that they make, and more people click on that. So they say, okay, well, we know that ad performed better, and they have a thing called a conversion funnel. And the way the conversion funnel works is you have up top a big pool of people who saw the ad, and of those people, a small subset of them right under on the second layer there, they clicked through to the site, and of those, a couple more people read more about the product on the webpage. They're tracking everything you do, really. And then the layer below that, some people actually put the product that they were interested in our online shopping cart, and of those, this group of people actually checked out the product and bought it. The notion, of course, is with marketing, you want to make your conversion funnel as wide as possible, and if you have, like, some steepness in it, meaning that, like, a bunch of people reach layer 3, but it suddenly tightens and they don't go to the next layer, it could mean maybe, like, there's something wrong with the website and your shopping cart is 2 of 2, some people don't know how to actually finish their sale. But typically, if you have a high sort of top thing and a very, like, tight second layer, it means a lot of people are watching an ad, but then, for whatever reason, they're not really clicking through. Now, does that mean your product's not interesting? Does it mean your commercial sucks? Who knows? But the idea is you can run different ad campaigns, they're called, like different commercials. And if one commercial is responding better to another, you know for sure that that commercial is even better. Here's another thing. If you start running in different demographics and you say, wow, this commercial or this product or this ad campaign is responding better in this particular demographic, maybe that's the demographic that's more interested in my product. You have, like, statistics and things to draw upon to help you sell it. But if a YouTuber comes in there and says, I need you to, hey, everybody, click my ads, that way I get more money. it fucks up the whole system. When your conversion funnel suddenly widens then, but you can't get people to actually buy the product, you might spend a lot of money and time and research and say, well, what's going on here? Is the product just not that interesting? Is the commercial really good, but the product sucks? Do I have to, work on my price point? Do I have to work on packaging or messaging or what's going on? When you find out, oh no, it's just some asshole who told everybody to click on that and they didn't know, and they had no intention of actually buying a product, then it's just like a big fucking waste of your marketing research time. And then the next time when you go to YouTube and YouTube says, hey, we have a premium ad slot here with a high CPM and we get a lot of click-through on it, the people buying the ad space might say, bullshit, YouTube, it's your idiot users who are just telling people to click on the ads, but they're not actually buying them, so this is a waste of money to do this ad, to buy this ad space at this CPM. So it makes YouTube's quote-unquote premium ad space worth less, because you have people clicking, but not with no intention of actually converting into a sale. And the whole ecosystem fucks up. This is why YouTube is so strict on click fraud, because, it drops their CPM, which means it drops the money everybody on YouTube makes, and it drops, how much YouTube themselves make. So there you have it. As far as YouTube Red is concerned, too, the tricky thing with Red is, like I said, it uses a fraction of the whole watch time pool, which means YouTube Red rewards you for longer videos, but whereas ads, if you put too many mid-rolls in your longer videos, people notice and they get annoyed. The trick there is it's actually better to kind of leave, shorter, numerous videos. Hint, this is if you ever see a channel that puts out a Let's Play 10 minutes at a time, even though they can do longer. That's part of the reason why it kind of looks like they're not adding more mid-rolls, but that is really almost the same thing as having a 30-minute video with a mid-roll every 10 minutes, more or less. I'm not pointing fingers there or anything, I'm just saying that's one of the fallouts of that. So you have these two sort of competing forces of, do I make more numerous, shorter videos and try to get the ad revenue, in which case you're basically playing the market, during holidays and certain times of the year, CPM is higher, and you should do things like that. And when CPM's lower, maybe you want to lean on YouTube Red and do longer videos, and there you go. There's not a great way to game the system, really, but that's just sort of the basic idea of how this all works. Hopefully you enjoyed hearing it over a game of Klax. Take it easy.